Alrighty, so now I'd like you to do something for me. I'd like everyone to rub your eyes and stand up for a minute. Come on, everyone. Wake up the person to your left, stand up, get them up too. Just everyone, just do one of these. Alright, just stretch it out. Stretch it, alright, yeah. Alright. Pat yourself on the back. Do a little dance. Now you guys can sit down. Thank you. Next, I'd like to congratulate you all for making it this far. Friends, classmates, esteemed colleagues, we are gathered here today for a very special reason with a very common goal. The reason? To successfully sit through all the speeches and hundreds of students crossing the stage, in the hope that, by the end, we can all congratulate each other for making it out alive, as well as honor the new graduates for this, their greatest achievement. The goal? To stay awake long enough to watch our friends and family as they receive their high school diplomas, and possibly to receive our own. In all the years that have gone by at Ketcham High School, there's surely never been a more active, determined, focused, responsible, or mature set of individuals in the class you see before you. Excuse me. Class of 2011. You voted for me as your senior class president, fully aware that it would be me giving the speech at graduation. While you obviously weren't thinking clearly at the time, it's too late now, so let's just go with it. A few days ago when I was writing my speech, someone asked me how the past 4 years had been for me. That huge idea, pulsating with vigor and opportunity, just sprang up so suddenly that I decided to put it in. In the beginning, there was freshman year. We were all much smaller, most of us were different shapes, and a lot of our voices were still up here. But nonetheless, we all looked at 9th grade the same way, as a time of caution, bewilderment, and fear. The much older and much larger upperclassmen threatened us daily with taunts and the evil eye. On occasion, we might accidentally walk into one amidst the mad rush of the breezeway, and a flood of deadly stares would descend upon us, leaving us paralyzed and sometimes hyperventilating. Yes, the first year was certainly rough, as we were strangers in this new, strange land, full of mystery and cheap cookies from the school store. Yes, I think what was probably the most devastating blow to our first year at RCK was the removal of free hot water for ramen noodles in the school store. Outraged and hungry, the students found strength in numbers, and, standing strong together as one, we eventually got over it. A year or so later, the store itself saw the result of its small-minded decision, went bankrupt, and was repossessed by the U.S. government. Yes, this is what happened. Anything else you may have heard was a lie. Next, sophomore year was fantastic. We had freshmen to pick on and did amazing things. We did so many things, we didn't even know what we were doing. The things we did in that year were so spectacular, so extraordinary, that I'm sure none of us will ever forget the great things we did that year. Oh man, good times. So no one really remembers anything outstanding from sophomore year. The only exception here being the bomb threat of '09. During this event, people resorted to medieval forms of entertainment. There was talk of a child who ate a worm for money, people desperately trying to order pizza, chorus students selling chocolate to the highest bidder, and upperclassmen laughing at freshmen who were crying, desperately in need of a bathroom. In the end run, we all ended up standing in the bitter cold for the greater part of the day. The multitude of us that were unlucky enough to be in gym class at the time suffered the most, and for your experience, I offer my sincerest condolences. Sophomore year was surely our winter of despair, but with a large, warm, red sun piercing the horizon into summer, our hopes rose for junior year. Now, I could continue to painstakingly go over the events of the past few years, but I really don't want that man right back there to fall asleep. Yes, you, right there. Anyway, classmates, if someone were to ask you right now what your most interesting memories of Ketcham were, what would you say? Well, for those of you that don't know, and for the parents who will ask about it later, let me give you a friendly reminder. In the past 4 years at Ketcham, We've had insane tests, untimely fire drills, and kids running around in Speedos at the pep rally. We've had teachers so dedicated, so protective of their students, that they went out of their way to go through drilling procedures to show students all 4 ways to exit the classroom in case of emergency. We've had talent shows, school plays, and amazing concerts. We've done intense essays that no teacher should ever expect a student to do in one period. We've had tie-dye days, insane games, and tailgates with the Ketcham crazies. We've proven that we've got a mind to upset current injustices in the world through seminars and assemblies on cyberbullying, drug abuse, and the Invisible Children Project in Uganda. We've shown our support for those who need it through countless fundraisers for Japan, New Orleans, and Haiti. We've pulled more all-nighters than anyone, desperately fought the urge to go on Facebook, and occasionally spent a lunch or two in the library to finish big projects. We've persevered through massive amounts of homework, with the temptation of parties, Jersey Shore, and texting. We've watched ourselves and our friends conform to ripped jeans, fitted hats, and spray tans. We were confused at inception and liked Avatar for the visual effects, but not the plot. We've had American Idol, Deal or No Deal, and Family Guy. We've had Jabberwockies, George Bush, and Obama, the Lazarus, and the Stella. We've lived through 4 insane years, saw pieces of 3 different decades, danced the night away at 2 amazing proms, and had one hell of a good time.